Good afternoon, everybody. It is day 19 on the Curtis Goes West tour, and I am out here in beautiful Grand Teton National Park. It is a little bit late in the day already to get going, but there was just some things I had to take care of this morning. Took the better part of the morning and the early part of the afternoon, but that is done now, and we are on to see some cool things. We got to go back to Yellowstone, which is not that far away, and we got to see Old Faithful. Just something I got to do before I leave, and from then I am headed south further into Grand Teton National Park to set up camp. Hopefully we'll see some wildlife along the way. I've seen just about everything except for moose by now, so hopefully we'll see that. Time will tell. Anyway, let's get on the road, get going. Let's go check out Old Faithful. I just made it out to Old Faithful. I just couldn't call my trip complete without seeing it. I've been told it erupts once every hour. Hopefully we're not too far off from that. Let's check it out. It's time to wrap up day 19, and at this point I'm still out near Old Faithful. I have to ride about 2 hours out to my campground at Grand Teton, but I figure I will wrap up the day now while you can still see me. So not a huge day again, but just had some things I had to take care of this morning, and just took longer than I hoped they would take, but no big deal. Got them done, and I was on to Old Faithful from Grand Teton. So rode north back into Yellowstone and arrived at Old Faithful, and nobody was really around, so some people overheard me making a video, and they're like, oh, you know, the next eruption will be at 6:40. And I said, okay, great, whatever. It was about 5, you know, not exactly the news I wanted to hear, but whatever. So I went inside, got some dinner, and I was working on some planning, and I overheard some people eating near me talking about, oh, it's already 10-15 minutes past when it was supposed to erupt. I look outside and there's a bunch of people around. It's like 5:40, 6 o'clock. I thought I had way more time, and I didn't. So I'm sitting there in the cafeteria, and I get outside as soon as I can, and it is already erupting. The video's from far away, not as close as I really wanted to be. So whatever, no big deal. I did see it. Could I have seen it closer? Yeah. I mean, I could wait some more, but with 2 hours to go to my campground, really don't want to ride this national park system in the dark with deer, elk, moose, all that. Not the best idea. So anyway, doing the wrap up now. I'm gonna roll on to camp. It'll probably be close to dark, if not dark by then. but I got my headlight and we'll just set up camp in the dark. No big deal. Gonna try to knock out another video today and tonight, and then explore Grand Teton tomorrow. So pretty good day. Didn't do a whole lot, but definitely got some riding in, seen Old Faithful and this area of the park in general. Nice ride. So should be a nice sunset ride down into Grand Teton. Looking forward to that. You know, maybe we'll make good time, seeing as it's later on in the day. Just see how it goes. Set up camp, maybe meet some friends, who knows. Anyway, that's gonna do it for day 19. We are on to day 20. Thank y'all for watching. Really appreciate all the likes, comments, support, subscriptions, all that. Definitely means a lot. So thank you all. See you on day 20. Good morning, everyone. It is day 20 here on the Curtis Goes West tour, and I am in beautiful Grand Teton National Park. I packed up camp early and we were wheels rolling by about 8:30, headed towards the park. I'd stayed at a campground as part of the park system. I'm gonna butcher it, but something like Gross Venture is the way it looked to me. That's really not how you pronounce it, but anyway, I rolled in late. It was dark by the time I got there, set up camp in the dark, and we got a lot to do today, so I got to get on the road, get going. And anyway, rolled into the park, and we're gonna get something to eat and get some coffee at the restaurant in the park here. Looks like good views from it as well. And then afterwards, we're gonna hit the Signal Mountain Road on Signal Mountain. I learned about that from a few bikers there in Yellowstone when I was rolling through there just recently. So we're gonna check that out. And then from there, we are headed back south. We're gonna roll through Jackson Hole, check out the Antler Arches, show them off. And then we're gonna keep rolling south and then west, my favorite direction, out to Lava Hot Springs area. You know, it was a little cool last night. Got to be 45-ish. Not too bad, but you know, it could be better. I think I'm gonna go sit in the hot springs and relax a little bit tonight. So we gotta get going, make some headway. We got a lot to do today. It's gonna be a good day. It looks like beautiful weather. I don't see a cloud in the sky. Made it to the top of Signal Mountain here at Grand Teton National Park, and that was a nice little ride up. It's one way up, one way down, and look at this view. Not sure how high we are. Maybe I'll find out here shortly. I'm gonna walk up just a little higher, see what kind of view is up there. Let's check it out. That is gonna do it for Signal Mountain, and that is also gonna do it for Grand Teton National Park. We're gonna head out, head south, and roll into Jackson. Let's go. I'm here in Jackson, Wyoming, because I had to show you guys the elk antler arches of Town Square. There's one on every corner of Town Square, and they have been here since 1960. They come from the National Elk Refuge, which I passed on the way in, where 7,500 elk call it home every winter. The local Boy Scouts pick up the antlers, and they're auctioned off here every May. Let's check it out. So I'm on the side of the road here, right at the Idaho-Wyoming state line. Wanted to pull over, set the camera up so I could get a shot of me going in. And I just got the shot, pulled over to get the camera, took a look. Got a little oil on the ground, a little more than I'd like to see. Looks like the oil filter is just loosened up a little bit. I'm gonna crank it down. I got this multi-tool here. A couple sockets are in there somewhere. And anyway, hopefully I got the right size socket, because it's got a socket on the end of it. If not, I'll just crank it down by hand, check the oil. I'm sure it's got plenty still. Be good to go. Oh yeah. I made it to Idaho. Specifically, I am in Lava Hot Springs, Idaho, at the KOA West campground. And I'm getting ready to set up camp here. And I don't love this campsite. Don't love it, but it's gonna work out just fine. We're just sleeping here, no big deal. And to tell you the truth, I really don't love KOA. Like you think I might, since I stay at them all the time. But I don't. Because to me, a KOA is kind of like the McDonald's of campgrounds. You can find them all over, and you pretty much get the same thing every time. But is it the best thing there ever was? Not really. But anyway, we're here in Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. What do you do at Lava Hot Springs, Idaho? Then go sit in the hot springs. Duh. Anyway, 8 p.m. Gotta throw this camp together. Gotta hit the Lava Hot Springs. They don't close till 11, so we're gonna be good there. I'm gonna put you guys on the time lapse, throw this camp together, hit the hot springs. I am headed out of Lava Hot Springs now, and that was awesome. Definitely a really great place. Relaxing, it's natural. They got like 5 different pools, all ranging in temp from 105 to 112 degrees. All natural mineral water coming up from the ground. And there's like 2.5 million gallons of water flowing through that, so plus it filters constantly, and the excess just runs to the river. Place is great. They're huge pools, so people can spread out, and they got like canopies over the top of them for when it's real sunny out and everything like that. And it's a great place. This is the only reason that I came to Lava Hot Springs, Idaho was to come to the hot springs. So, you know, we had to stay till close. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap this day up, head to the campground, and we will be on today, whatever the next day is, I don't even know. It's time to wrap up the day 20, and we packed up camp early at our campground just outside Grand Teton National Park. Rolled on in. It was a beautiful day and nice little ride to the campground village where I had something to eat, and it was pretty good, but they're a little short-staffed. No big deal. Worked on a video quick, and then we were on to Signal Mountain, and it was a nice ride up the mountain, up to the top, which beautiful view from the top you can see so far. That was definitely worth it. And quick little ride back down, headed to Jackson. So good little ride there, and rolled into town. There's a lot of tourists there, a lot of touristy stuff, shopping, all that. Not really my scene. Checked out the arches, which are always cool to see, and then walked around just a bit, and that was good enough for me. So headed on out of there, and I was bound for Lava Hot Springs. I rolled through Alpine, Wyoming, and I got some good Cajun food at a food truck side of the road, which was awesome. And then I was rolling towards Idaho. I seen the Idaho sign. I said, you know, I want to get a cool shot of me going in to Idaho for you guys. So stopped, dropped the camera, rode by, turned around, go to pick it up, and I see that oil on the ground. So not ideal. Figured out it's coming from the oil filter, was a little loose. I was working on getting it tightened, and I run the kind that has a bolt head on the oil filter. So it's really easy to tighten or loosen with a socket, 17 mil, which I didn't have that size. Tightened it up best I could. Guy ended up stopping in a pickup, and he said, man, I live right over here if you need something. I was like, yeah, just if you had a socket, it'd be real easy to tighten this thing up. So I just pulled on into his driveway, helped me out big time, let me use his tools. Nice guy. Family farm there, right just into Idaho. Anyway, I was on my way, and I decided to turn around and get gas because there's not gonna be any gas for about 55 miles. And I was roughly 77 to empty at that point, but that's not really true. It kind of dwindles, and wind is a factor, and uphill, downhill, everything. I said, I'm just gonna go back to the gas station, turn around, get some gas just to be safe. And then I had a beautiful little ride through the canyon. It's like Caribou Canyon or something like that into Idaho. And seen a couple cows on the road. That was cool. And we rode on into Lava Hot Springs. And set up camp quick as I could, and got to the hot springs and relaxed there. It's definitely an awesome place to be. Really clean, nice and hot, you know, well-maintained place. For $8 to get in, it was well worth it. And all around really good day. I mean, obviously you don't anticipate that kind of stuff with the oil. And I'll answer the questions you're probably thinking is, Curtis, do you check your oil? And the answer is yes, I do check my oil. Curtis, do you check your oil every day? No, I don't check it every day, but I check it periodically. And we're getting ready to change it here soon once we get into Utah at my friend's house. So we got plenty of oil for now, so we'll be good to go. But anyway, solid day. Was hoping to get into Lava Hot Springs a little earlier, but definitely still got to enjoy it. Beautiful weather all day, and good safe day. Couldn't ask for anything else. So with that, we are on to day 21. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate all the likes, comments, supports, everything like that. And I will see you on day 21. Thanks for watching.